Hi and welcome to Yoga Berry and our practice today, which is going to be a back strengthening practice, which is obviously very, very important to keep our backs nice and strong if you are suffering from scoliosis. So this practice is suitable for fused spines and it's suitable for unfused spines. And my name is Christine Jaregeberry. I'm a yoga teacher and I specialize in yoga for scoliosis. Please join our Facebook group. It's a really, really great place to find some motivation and inspiration for yoga. And I always love to read your comments, so feel free to give me a thumbs up, write me a little comment. I love to hear from you just to see how you're getting on and what you're getting out of these practices. But enough talking now, so let's get started with our practice today. And you'll be pleased to know you won't need any props for this one. So let's come into all fours to begin with. And we're going to have the hands directly underneath the shoulders, the knees directly underneath the hips. Good. So from there, we're just going to start a little rocking movements, just kind of rocking backwards and forwards, bringing a little bit more weight into the hands and then bring a little bit more weight into the knees. And if you feel like my yoga mat is quite thick, so I'm quite comfortable with this. If your knees feel they need a little bit more support, then do bring a blanket underneath the knees so it feels a little bit softer. Otherwise, we're just starting to increase the movements a little bit more, rocking backwards and forwards. Good. And then from there, we're going to take this into circles. So we're circling the upper body around the hands and the knees. We're just starting to wake up the body, bringing a little bit of awareness of movement into the body before we start on the strengthening part. Good. Other way around. And then coming back to center. Good. From there, just check your alignment again. So you have the hands directly underneath the shoulders and the knees directly underneath the hips. And we're going to start and just lifting the left hand and the right knee just slightly off the ground. Let it just hover off the ground. So you might not even see that I'm doing anything. And then slowly releasing them down. So other side, again, I'm just slightly, just like 1 centimeter. I'm letting the hand hover off the ground and the knee, right hand, left knee, and then releasing them back down. Good. Next round, we're going to slightly extend without lifting off the floor. I'm just extending my left arm and my right leg. And then slowly bringing them back to center. Other side, right hand, left leg, just sliding them out. They're not leaving the ground. The fingertips and the toes are just still on the floor. And then slowly letting them come back. So I want to make this movement with lots of control, without lots of movement in the back. The back should feel really, really stable. So let's keep going with this. Next time, if you're feeling strong, you could lift the arm and the leg just in line with the rest of the spine and then slowly bringing them back. Good. Other side. Slowly reaching through the arm and the leg, extending them up and then slowly bringing them back. Good. So keep going. Inhale to lift and extend. Exhale, bringing them back. Good. One more on this side. Inhale, lifting and extending. Exhale, bringing them back. Good. The next one we're going to hold. So lift and extend. Left arm, right leg. Reaching. Keep reaching through the fingertips. Reaching through the toes at the same time. Don't let the core relapse. So keep the rib cage drawing in towards you. Back of the neck stays long. Keep looking down towards the ground. Building up a little bit of stamina and then slowly bringing it back. Good. Other side. Right arm, left leg, reaching through the fingertips, reaching through the toes. Let's hold it for a few breaths. Good. And then slowly release. And let's come into child's pose for a few breaths. You can either take the arms alongside the body or make a pillow with the forearms resting the forehead. Just breathing into the back. Good, so from there, let's come down to the floor. We're lying on the front of the body. Make a pillow with the forearms. Big toes are touching, heels flopping out to the sides. Just rock the hips from side to side a few times, releasing through the lower back. Good, and this, if you have a fused spine, this might be a very, very subtle movement. There might not be a lot going on. If your spine is not fused, you can really rock the hips from side to side, really loosening up through the lower back. Good. And then let's start to strengthen the lower back a little bit more. So we're going to activate the glute muscles, so the buttocks muscles. We're starting on the right side. So see if you can squeeze the right buttock muscle and then slowly lifting the leg off the ground. So the leg stays straight. You're just reaching through the toes and then slowly release. Other side, squeeze the buttock muscles and then lifting the leg off the ground. Good. So alternating sides. First activating the glutes, and then lifting and extending the leg. Good. So if you have a lumbar scoliosis, you might feel a big difference between right and left. And I certainly feel quite a big difference. My left side feels stronger. It's not actually, but it just, the buttock muscles feels a lot stronger. So just be aware of these differences. And if you have a lumbar curve, if you have, for example, a left lumbar curve, you might want to lengthen through the right side a little bit more. So I'm tucking my right toes under and then lengthening that right leg away from me a little bit more. If you have a right lumbar curve, you do the opposite. You tuck the left toes under and then just lengthening through the left side a little bit more. So think about where you need a little bit more space. And then continue with this movement. See if it makes any difference. Maybe it feels a little bit easier, maybe it feels even harder. Again, it's just kind of noticing without changing anything. Good, so let's bring the arms as well. Bring in the arms. If you have a fused spine, just take the elbows out to the sides and you're going to work this way. If you don't have spinal fusion, take the arms into a V shape, so we're taking the arms forwards. And if you have a quite strong thoracic curve, and let's say you have a right thoracic curve, you're drawing the right shoulder, you're squeezing the right shoulder in towards you. So the right arm might come slightly in towards you a little bit more. Same if you've got a left thoracic curve, squeeze that left shoulder blade down and in towards you. So just adjusting yourself. If you don't have a thoracic curve, don't worry about it, of course. And then from there, we're going to lift and extend the arms and the legs at the same time. Inhale, lift and extend, exhale to lower. Good, so with your spinal fusion, you are here. You've got the arms out to the sides. You're still doing this. So inhale to lift, elbows are in line with the shoulders, exhale to lower. This is the same if your shoulders are, if you have any pain in your shoulders, any strain or anything, any injuries going on, you might want to keep the elbows in shoulder height rather than extending the arms up over the head, which is much stronger. So choose your option. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower. Very, very strengthening for the back. Good. So again, if you have a thoracic curve, just think about that shoulder blade, which you want to draw down and squeeze in towards you rather than extending out. The other arm reaches away from you. That way we're really addressing that imbalance when we're doing this strengthening exercise. Good. Last one. Inhale and exhale to release. Make a pillow with the forearms. Just rocking the hips from side to side. And then bring the hands on either side of the chest, pushing yourself up through hands and knees. And your choice, if you don't have spinal fusion, you might enjoy a little cat stretch, cat and cow, rounding and arching the spine. Good. And obviously if your spine is fused, you could tuck the toes under and just reaching through the fingertips, have a little stretch in extended puppy pose. Good. And then slowly bringing yourself up, and we're going to come down to lying down on the back. So slowly bringing yourself down, bring the knees in towards the chest, rocking from side to side. Good, and then extending your legs, coming into Shavasana for just a few minutes of relaxation. So feet are a little bit wider than hip distance apart, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Just close your eyes, allowing for the body to drop into the ground. It's worked very hard, so allowing for the body to absorb all the benefits of the practice, to remember what it's learned. And just releasing any tension in the body for the next few minutes. There's nothing to do. Just enjoy being. Allowing for the breath to soften a little bit more. So you can stay here for as long as you'd like, or otherwise start to move your fingers and your toes. Take the arms up over the head, have a little stretch, maybe arching in the back a little bit, and then slowly bend your knees, bring the knees in towards you. And then roll yourself over to the side. Take your time to come up, so keep lying on the side for another breath or two, and then support yourself with your hands, bringing yourself up into sitting. Good, so I hope you enjoyed this practice, and I'll see you very soon for the next video.